Heard about or looking for the new TSA carry-on rules for 2025? Yeah, it's confusing. Everyone's saying something different. Don't worry, we've done the homework for you. No drama, no misinformation, just the facts you need to avoid any headaches at the airport. Let's break it down. The one-bag liquid rule. Let's break down what's probably the biggest shakeup in TSA rules since they first introduced liquid restrictions. Starting 2025, you're limited to just one quart-sized bag for all your liquids. Yep, you heard that right, just one. This is a major change from the previous rules where some airports were pretty relaxed about multiple bags. Think about your typical morning routine for a second. Your face wash, moisturizer, sunscreen, deodorant, toothpaste, they all need to fight for space in that single quart-sized bag now. And here's where it gets tricky. The 3.4-ounce rule still applies to each container. So even if you have a half-empty 6-ounce bottle, it's going to get flagged. Let's get practical here. The key to making this work is thinking strategically. First, audit all your liquids. Do you really need that full-size bottle of mouthwash for a weekend trip? Probably not. Start investing in travel-sized containers, and I mean the right ones. Those cute containers from the dollar store might look good, but if they're over 3.4 ounces, they're useless for carry-ons. Here's something most people don't realize. The TSA considers these items as liquids too. Creams, aerosols, pastes, and even some makeup items like mascara and liquid foundation. Yes, your favorite BB cream counts as a liquid, so plan accordingly. The enforcement is getting stricter too. TSA agents are now required to do a more thorough check of liquid bags. No more squeezing by with a slightly oversized bag or one that's bulging at the seams. The bag needs to seal completely. If it doesn't zip up properly, you'll be asked to remove items. Here's my top tip for making this work. Use what I call the priority packing method. List your liquid items in order of importance. Must-haves like prescription face wash or contact solution, they get first dibs in the bag. Nice-to-haves, like your favorite hair gel, they might need to stay home or go in checked luggage. And remember, these changes are happening for a reason. The TSA is trying to streamline the security process. While it might seem more restrictive now, the goal is to make lines move faster and security checks more efficient. Think of it as a short-term adjustment for long-term convenience. Medication and exceptions. Let's dive into the area where you have some breathing room, medications, and special cases. This is crucial because medical necessities follow different rules, and knowing them could save you major hassle at security. First up, prescription medications. The TSA gets it. You need your meds, and they're making sure you can travel safely with them. All prescription medications, whether they're liquids, creams, or pre-filled syringes, can exceed the 3.4-ounce limit. But here's the non-negotiable part. They must be in their original containers with your prescription label clearly visible. No putting them in cute travel containers or combining different meds in one bottle. Over-the-counter medications get some flexibility too. Things like saline solution, cold medicine, and liquid pain relievers can exceed the liquid limit. But here's a pro tip. Bring only what you'll reasonably need for your trip, plus a bit extra for delays. While there's technically no volume limit on medically necessary items, TSA officers can still question amounts they consider excessive. For the parents out there, good news. Baby and child-related liquids remain exempt from these restrictions. This includes breast milk, formula, baby food, and juice boxes. You don't even need to travel with your child to bring breast milk. Pumping moms, you're covered. Ice packs and cooling equipment for these items are also allowed. Many travelers don't know this, but diabetic supplies get special treatment too. Insulin, glucose gel, and other diabetes-related liquids don't count towards your quart bag limit. Same goes for liquid nutrition supplements and items needed for medical conditions or disabilities. Here's something crucial: documentation. While the TSA doesn't legally require a doctor's note for prescription medications, having one can speed things up if questions arise. For international travel, that note becomes much more important. Some countries require it. If this medical info is helping you plan better, hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. We're always updating with new travel rules that could affect your next trip. Before we move on, if you're looking for must-have travel essentials, check out the description below. I've included links to some awesome TSA-approved products I personally recommend, like a sleek passport cover, carry-ons with built-in phone chargers, TSA-approved toiletries, and luggage locks to make your trip stress-free. Plus, as an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases, so by using these links, you'll be supporting the channel at no extra cost to you. Now, let's jump back into the video. New hand sanitizer rules. The pandemic changed how we think about hand sanitizer, but 2025 brings us back to stricter rules. Gone are the days of carrying large bottles through security. Hand sanitizer must now follow the standard 3.4-ounce rule and fit in your single quart-sized liquids bag. This change is significant because many travelers got used to the pandemic exemption that allowed up to 12 ounces of hand sanitizer. Now, you've got to be strategic. Think about your trip length and how often you'll be able to refill. A 3.4-ounce bottle typically gives you about 70 hand sanitizations, enough for several days of frequent use. Here's what's really important to know. Not all hand sanitizers are created equal in the eyes of TSA. Gel sanitizers need to be in the liquids bag, but what about sanitizing wipes? They're exempt. This is your hack. Pack sanitizing wipes instead of liquid sanitizer to save precious space in your liquids bag. Airport vendors understand these changes and are adapting. You'll find TSA-compliant sized sanitizers pass security, often at reasonable prices. But here's a money-saving tip. Buy a bulk pack of travel-size sanitizers and keep one in each of your travel bags. Don't forget about international rules either. While most countries follow similar restrictions, some have specific requirements about alcohol content in hand sanitizers. The standard 60 to 70% alcohol content is usually fine, but anything higher might raise eyebrows. The Ask TSA feature. The Ask TSA feature is seriously underutilized, but it's about to become your best travel friend. This service lets you get real-time answers about specific items before you even leave home, potentially saving you from having to throw away expensive products at security. Here's exactly how to use it. You can reach TSA through multiple platforms: Instagram DM, Facebook Messenger, or by texting TRAVEL to Ask TSA 275872. My personal favorite is the text option because it's quick, and you get a response usually within minutes. The key to getting good answers? Be specific and include clear photos. Don't just ask, "Can I bring this?" Instead, take a clear photo showing the size and type of container and ask something like, "Can I bring this 3-ounce glass bottle of facial serum in my carry-on?" They're available in real time during most airport operating hours, which means you can even contact them while standing in the security line if you're unsure about something. Save their contact info in your phone. Trust me, you'll use it. What makes this feature particularly valuable in 2025 is how it helps with edge cases. Got a unique medical device that contains liquid? Wondering if your new solid shampoo counts as a liquid? These are exactly the kinds of questions they're there to answer. Found this TSA communication hack useful? Hit like and subscribe. We've got plenty more insider tips coming your way. Variations and international considerations. Let's talk about how these rules can vary, because this is where even experienced travelers sometimes get tripped up. While the base rules are standard, their interpretation and enforcement can differ significantly. Different airports within the same country might handle things differently. For example, some major hubs have advanced screening technology that might allow for more flexibility, while smaller airports often stick to stricter interpretations of the rules. International travel adds another layer of complexity. The European Union, for instance, has its own set of liquid restrictions that, while similar to TSA rules, aren't identical. Countries in Asia often have additional requirements, particularly around batteries and electronics. Here's a crucial point about international transfers. Even if your liquids were fine at your departure airport, you might need to go through security again during a connection, and the rules there could be different. Always pack assuming you'll face the strictest interpretation of the rules. There you have it. Everything you need to know about the new 2025 carry-on rules. If this video saved you from a TSA headache, hit that like button and subscribe for more travel tips. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.